And it was a freedom and it was a peace that I never knew that I needed until I did it.
The power of forgiveness allowed you to open up because, I was listening to T.D. Jakes and he talked about how to let things go. So, when you're not taking stuff to the bed and waking up angry. So talk about how the power of forgiveness, because, we're both from the South and I'm from Texas, and all my family is from Arkansas. And, sometimes we could be brutal with each other, our family.
Yeah,
And
totally.
talk about how the power of forgiveness allowed you to open up and let things go with, your family, with your friends, because, family is family. You can't trade your family. So whenever you're going back to your hometown, and you're seeing those family members or friends who maybe taunted you in that way. Talk about how the level of forgiveness allowed you to open up and be a better person.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, forgiveness is one of those things that you have to do. I had to learn that I have to do this in order to get over this so that I can get through this, right? Whatever this was. The biggest person in my life I think that I had to forgive was my aunt. Because growing up in the South, like everybody had a nickname, right? And that's just, I don't know, maybe the culture of in all cultures, but it's just the thing. You have a nickname.
Everybody
has a nickname, but my nickname was so demeaning that it was the catalyst, I would say, that led me to this low self-esteem journey, because she would call me Ugly Thing. And when she would yell it out, she'd be like, "Ugly Thing, come here." Like, that's how she would say it. She would never use my name. Yeah. Or she would say that, or E, like E, she black, get off me, E, oh, she trying to hug me, E. Like, that was what she would do. And whenever my parents would try to make her stop and do all these things, it was like a bully. It would just make her do it even more. So it took me a long time to get over that, because when so many things are around you, like you can't play with the kids down the street from you because you're too dark. Oh, a lot of people don't want to be your friend because you're too dark. Oh, your aunt calls you Ed, Ugly Thing. Oh, your sister's, teasing you at the house, and in a jovial way, but it's still factual. You go to school, it's like, oh, you too black to wear that. It's like it's happening everywhere. So I had to learn to forgive her so that I could start my own healing. And the first way I had to do that was write her a letter. I had to just write it out. I had to write 2 letters. I had to write one to her to forgive her, and I had to write one to myself, one to the younger version of me. Because I feel like I needed to speak to young Taja, speak to the young girl that was inside me who used to sit in the tub and pray to God to make me lighter, just so that just a little bit, don't make it too drastic, Lord, because I don't want people to notice it, but like, between me and you, like, it'll make my aunt love me, and it'll make people stop teasing me. It's like, these are real earnest prayers for kids, And so I had to write a letter to that girl specifically that sat in that tub, that didn't like who she was, who didn't believe in herself, who didn't think she was enough. And rightfully so, because she's a young kid, but everything around her is telling her she isn't. So I had to learn to forgive. For me, forgiveness came in levels with all those experiences, all those people, and specifically my aunt, because that was the one that would break me every time. And once I was able to get to a space where I knew I could talk about it, it doesn't make me cry. I could forgive her and then move on from it. I could be in that energy, in that space. I felt free. Like, I literally felt, I felt free. It was like freedom. And it was a freedom and it was a peace that I never knew that I needed until I did it. And then I ended up writing about it in a book that I have coming out actually next week on 8/25. It's going to be on Amazon. It's called Women Who Shine.
Women Who Shine.
So, yeah.